Testing for media. Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Yay. Testing. Testing. I can hear it. It's on.
Do we need to turn it up?
I think it's up as it goes. Testing. Testing. It's as high as it goes.
Testing sound, testing, nothing. Is that one on?
Testing.
Oh, perfect. Do you want to grab another one? Sure. We'll get a picture with you. Like me to join? Yeah. Would you mind doing that? I'm happy to do that.
Well, good afternoon. I want to welcome you. And if you'd please rise at this time and remove hats if you're able to stand. And we're going to have the presentation of the colors by the Civil Air Patrol. And if they'd like to come forward now, we'll proceed with the color guard.
Colors. Halt. Left. Face. Present. Colors.
Please remain standing. This time I'd like to invite the choir to perform for us the Young Patriots, if they would do so now. And we would like to cover your heart.
Order. Colors. Post.
I'd now like to welcome Ben Harrington, an Eagle Scout from Troop 50, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Dismissed. I want to thank the Civil Air Patrol Color Guard for joining us today. And I want to thank the Young Patriots for the beautiful presentation of our national anthem, and Ben for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. You can be seated.
Order. Colors. Right. Face. Forward. March.
It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to the Iowa State Capitol today as we commemorate a significant milestone in our nation's history. Before we begin, I want to ask you to join me in a moment of silence to honor the tragic loss of the 2 Iowa National Guard members and a civilian translator who were killed in Syria over the weekend. Thank you. These Iowans paid the ultimate in service to our nation and the freedoms that we hold dear. I ask you to join me in praying for the families and for the safety of all of our active U.S. military members. The men and women who have served our nation in the U.S. military exemplify the very values that we are celebrating today. Today marks the beginning of Iowa's year-long celebration of America 250, a commemoration of 250 years of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. On July 4th, 2026, Americans from coast to coast will be celebrating the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding and the signing of the Declaration of Independence. When 56 delegates from 13 colonies signed that document, they set our country on a bold path, one that protected the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for generations to come. And over the next year, America 250 will honor the values and the heroes who have shaped our history. Celebrations in all 50 states will pay tribute to our nation's rich history, which also looking ahead to the future, reinforcing our commitment to the American values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for another 250 years. In Iowa, across all 99 counties, elected officials, state agencies, the business community, and Iowans of all ages will celebrate Iowa's own rich history. Iowa's initiative, Iowa America 250, will bring us all together to reflect on our journey to statehood and our own rich history as the 29th state to join the United States of America. Here at our historic Iowa State Capitol, in my office, we will honor our nation's past by rotating a display of documents that hold deep significance in Iowa's history. Many of you know that my office is proud to be the home of the Iowa's original 1857 Constitution, as the 8th oldest state constitution still in use today. It tells a story of Iowa's values, resilience, and commitment to democratic principles. We invite you to visit our office and see the Constitution firsthand. There's nothing quite like standing before you, this Constitution and seeing this document that is the foundation and a connection between our past and our future. And in 2026, to honor America 250, my office is thrilled to be partnering with the State Historical Society of Iowa on a rotating process of displays of historical documents. These featured documents will help tell the story of Iowa's rich and storied past, including records from constitutional conventions, past election, amendment ratifications, suffrage movements, and so much more. We welcome you to visit our office at the Capitol and to experience these historical documents firsthand. Whether you're a student, a lifelong Iowan, or simply someone who values civic engagement, we invite you to connect with the stories that shaped our state and our nation. Come see how Iowa's past continues to inspire our future and be part of the journey as we celebrate America 250. Governor Reynolds signed an executive order earlier this year launching the Governor's Task Force on celebrating America's 250th birthday. And this task force will be led This task force will lead Iowa's efforts to recognize our state's role in shaping American history and the impact Iowans have made and will continue to make on our nation's story. I'm honored to serve on the task force and grateful to Governor Reynolds for that opportunity, and I look forward to working with my colleagues over the next year to celebrate that commemorative greatest state in the country, and that's Iowa. Leading this task force are two outstanding leaders, the chair, Lieutenant Governor Chris Cournoyer, and our vice chair, Secretary of Agriculture Mike Naig. It's now my distinct honor to introduce Lieutenant Governor Cournoyer, who will share more about our vision for this historical milestone as chair of Iowa's America 250 Task Force.
All right. Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you, everyone, our Secretary Pate, and everyone who came here today to help us kick off the America 250 celebration in Iowa. It's an incredible day to be here in Iowa, and I'm so honored to serve as your 48th Lieutenant Governor, as well as the chair of the Governor's Task Force celebrating the 250th anniversary of American independence. And I want to personally thank Governor Reynolds for entrusting me with this great responsibility. This week, I marked my first full year as your Lieutenant Governor. Over the last 12 months, I've had the privilege of crisscrossing this beautiful state from our bustling main streets to our quiet country roads. Whether I was meeting with students with the Governor's STEM Council or talking strategy with the Empower Rural Iowa Task Force, one theme kept rising to the top. We have a world-class story to tell. We have the best people, the strongest schools, thriving jobs, and a quality of life that is second to none. But how do we tell our story? Well, today we have our answer. The America 250 celebration is our stage. This is our chance to shine a spotlight on our people, entrepreneurs, educators, artists, innovators, veterans, and our faith communities, our attractions, our events, and everyone who makes Iowa the soul of this nation. Before I dive in, I just want to say a few thank yous. First, to Secretary of State Paul Pate and his entire team, thank you for taking the lead on today's kickoff event. I appreciate that. And for the Civil Air Patrol, Color Guard, and the Young Patriots Club, and Ben Harrington from Eagle Scout Troop 50, you represent the very best of our future. So let's give them all a big hand. And of course, a big thank you to Hy-Vee. for keeping us refreshed today. You'll see some refreshments on the back table. I also want to recognize the America 250 Task Force members appointed by Governor Reynolds. If you're here today, please stand or wave so we can thank you for your commitment to amplifying the Iowa story. Where are my task force members? I see a few in the room. All right, thank you. I also want to extend a personal thank you to Valerie Van Coten and the entire State Historical Society of Iowa. Since Governor Reynolds appointed them as our official organizing entity in 2023, they have done the heavy lift to get us to this point, and I am so grateful for your team. Thank you, Val. So across the country, every state is doing something unique. Utah is hosting a massive potluck. Oklahoma is launching a statewide reading initiative. But here in Iowa, we're leading into our DNA. Iowa's signature event for the semi-quincentennial is America's Harvest. Throughout 2026, we are going to lead the nation in celebrating how agriculture, gardening, and horticulture have rooted the very freedoms we enjoy as Americans. We will host webinars, share our agricultural journeys on social media, and then on stay tuned, October 24th, 2026, we will gather for a massive harvest festival that celebrates Iowa's integral role in feeding and fueling the world for 250 years. But America's Harvest is just the beginning. From the Missouri to the Mississippi, every corner of state government and every local community is stepping up over the next year. There are too many to list today, but here are just a few examples of the many events planned over the next year. Honoring our heroes. The Masons of Iowa are decorating the graves of the 42 Revolutionary War soldiers buried right here in Iowa soil. Bringing history to life. At Living History Farms, they will host teas with George and Martha Washington, while the State Historical Society will renew the historic John Brown Trail through southern Iowa. The Department of Education will engage our youth by launching poems, essays, and video contests, and our Iowa Scouts are committing to 10,000 service hours and 250 service projects. For our faith celebrations, our annual Family Leadership Summit by the Family Leader on July 17th will bring together representatives of their network's 2,000 Iowa churches and pastors to recognize and celebrate the crucial role the foundation and pillars of faith have played in Iowa's formation. In addition to this evangelical network, representatives of the Jewish and Catholic faith will join in praise and celebration while jointly encouraging the return to the timeless pillars of faith for an Iowa future that honors God and blesses her people. Iowa PBS is producing 2 new documentaries and creating Artifact Iowa kits that will bring history into every classroom. They're even sending revolutionary Iowan displays to all 99 counties. And for the ultimate road trip, the Department of Transportation is ready to show off our scenic byways across Iowa, and the Iowa State Fair, the greatest fair in the world, will honor 250 special Iowans and host the biggest Veterans Day parade in history. So I would also like to invite you with the displays that we have here in the Rotunda. There's one in the back corner there that will be rotated on a monthly basis to continue to show off Iowa's heritage and history. So be sure to, when you come to the Capitol, to visit that as you visit the Rotunda and Secretary of Pate's office. So there's so much happening here it's impossible to list it all, which is a great problem to have. I want to encourage every single Iowan to visit our website, america250.iowa.gov. Look at the map, find an event near you, or submit your own. You can also follow us on Facebook or X. This just isn't a birthday party for the United States. It's a celebration of you. It's a celebration of the Iowans who built this country and the Iowans who are leading it into the next 250 years. So let's tell our story, let's celebrate our harvest, and let's show the world why Iowa is the best place to call home. So God bless you, God bless this great state of Iowa, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce my vice chair of this initiative, Secretary of Agriculture, Mike Naig.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for the introduction. And what a great list of things that we already know about. And that's just a start of what's going to happen. But good afternoon. It's great to be able to welcome all of you here to the great Iowa State Capitol. It's a pleasure to join you at this public kickoff of Iowa's America 250 celebration, and it certainly is an exciting moment that's finally upon us, although there's been many that have been looking forward to this for quite some time. And again, I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor for her leadership, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve as the Vice Chair of the task force. And again, thank you to the task force members for your willingness to serve and to put some energy into this. I appreciate your energy and enthusiasm for this initiative. Also want to thank Governor Reynolds for launching this task force, for her continued commitment ensuring that Iowa plays a strong and a visible role in this historic national celebration. I also want to recognize the legislators, agency leaders, and task force members, including Secretary Pate and your team, who have been putting in really significant amounts of work to help make this a very meaningful year ahead. Also, just on a special note, I really want to thank the Young Patriots Club. Wasn't that wonderful when that echoed up into the rotunda just a little bit? There's one special young man I did want to call out among this very impressive group, Joshua Carey, and he's the son of Joanne Noops, who I see you over there, Joanne, who serves as our one of our case review officers in our pesticide bureau at the Iowa Department of Ag and Land Stewardship. So I just wanted to thank Joshua in particular, but really the entire Young Patriots Club for what an inspiring contribution to help kick this off. Just a sign of things to come for the next year, I think. But earlier this afternoon, of course, we had a chance to kick off the first official task force meeting, and it was exciting to hear the updates from public and private partners, the ideas, the creativity, the statewide interest I think that we're already seeing is really exciting and encouraging. While the task force is really all about trying to coordinate these efforts, this is hardly a top-down type approach. I think maybe what I'm even most excited about is what will come up from across this state, opportunities for communities and organizations and schools and churches and businesses and families all across Iowa to take part in their own special and unique ways. And we certainly are looking for and encouraging folks to submit their own ideas, engage with the task force, but also just encourage Iowans to take the initiative to make things happen within your own communities, recognize our history, but even start new things, and commemorate the celebration of America 250. This is what I love. You don't need permission to get started. You don't need permission to act. This is a great thing, and I'm just excited to see what will happen all across the state. Exciting festivals and fairs and concerts and educational programs and community gatherings that will all take on an America 250 twist, or maybe it's the start of something new, the recognition of a service project, perhaps the beginning of a new tradition, in fact. And for many of us, though, I want to stress, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I consider myself sort of in this group. I was born in 1978, so I was not around for the bicentennial. I'm hoping I'm around for the tricentennial, but you know what? I'm just gonna really make this my big effort here. This might be all I get in terms of really a national commemoration, but I think this moment really does, in all seriousness, deserve our utmost attention. It deserves our focus, and it certainly invites us to do more than just celebrate a date. It calls on us to reflect on the American story, on the people that built this country, on the values that have allowed it to endure. And here in Iowa, of course, I believe that those values that have helped this country endure are also ones that are very closely associated with agriculture. Our founders, many of whom were founding farmers, farmers shaped the early economy. They sustained families and communities and provided the stability that allowed our country to grow. Initially, and I would say allows us to grow today. And so we're carrying that legacy forward. Because of their work, the U.S., Americans have access to the safest, most abundant, most affordable food supply in the world. And that gives American society and families the freedom to build and innovate and educate their children and invest in communities. It's allowed us to unleash American innovation and productivity and creativity. And it's that American food and agriculture and energy security that has allowed us throughout the history of this country to dream big and to explore. Very few countries, or let's just say it this way, that doesn't happen everywhere in the world, and it is not accidental that we are who we are. And so we're going to I think, get a chance to really talk about one of those quiet foundations of American greatness, which is agriculture. It gives us a chance to celebrate faith and family, freedom, hard work and responsibility, resilience and community. And these aren't just abstract words that we say. They are what has driven us to be where we are today. And it is upon us to ensure that people will be here 250 years from now celebrating America 500, and we will have played a piece of that. So share your ideas, participate. You don't need to ask permission. Let's go. Make events your own. Let's add a local touch, some really unique excitement and events that can happen across this state. Let's take pride in the outsized role that the state of Iowa has played in what is America today and American greatness today. Thank you so much for being here, and let's have a wonderful 2026 celebration.
Thank you, Secretary Naig. I'd like to invite the Young Patriots once again to join us for our performance celebrating our nation and our great state of Iowa.
Hi, I'm Julie Duker. I'm the director of Young Patriots Club, and we are honored to be here to help kick off this celebration of America's 250th birthday and the ways we're celebrating here in Iowa. We have two songs to share. One is Amazing Grace. We are thankful to God for the blessings of 250 years that have allowed us to grow up and live freely in a country as wonderful as America and in a state as wonderful as Iowa. The second song we'll sing is called Hats Off. And after thanking God for our freedoms and our blessings, we next thank those who have served our country. And that song will tell you how we feel about our American flag and all it represents. So thank you again for having us.
Greater love has no one than this, that one will lay down his life for one of his friends. John 15, verse 13. But God demonstrates his own love for us while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5, verse 8. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, for that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
Bravo. As our Patriot group leaves the front of the room, why don't we give them another round of applause? For the past 2.5 centuries, our nation has been at the forefront of civic engagement and the democratic process. We've continued to uphold life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as core values. We remain committed to championing those ideals, and one of the most impactful ways to do this is by registering to vote. You should have expected that. I am the Commissioner of Elections. Okay? It's the first step in making your voice heard at the ballot box and shaping the future of our representative government. There is no greater way to honor our past than by investing in a strong and enduring future. More than 2 million Iowans are registered to vote. Rain, shine, or snow, Iowans show up to participate in our elections process and to make their voices heard. In the spirit of civic pride and democratic values, one of Iowa America 250's signature initiatives will be Ready, Set, Vote 250. With this initiative, we challenge Iowans to take action, to register to vote, to update their voter registration, or encourage a friend or family member to do the same. Over the next year, our goal is to host 250 voter registration drives across Iowa's 99 counties in partnership with schools, businesses, nonprofits, and local elected leaders. Ready, Set, Vote 250 is a nonpartisan initiative that celebrates 250 years of democracy by empowering Iowans to engage in the democratic process. By empowering Iowans to engage in that process, elections are the foundation of this republic. We'll collaborate with our Carrie Chapman Cat Award program, which recognizes Iowa high schools that host voter registration drives and register their eligible 17 and 18-year-old students. Programs like these honor Iowa's youth as leaders of tomorrow and leaders of today. With Ready, Set, Vote 250, we're commemorating Iowa's rich past. We're honoring the leaders who shaped our nation and set us on a bold path of upholding the values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We're honoring our history, and we're making history. Because we vote, we honor our past, we shape our nation's future, and strengthen our democracy. So I ask you this: are you registered to vote? Are your friends, your co-workers, family members registered to vote? It's one small step in setting your own bold path of civic engagement, empowerment, and impact. I want to share with you a short video here that will honor our state capitol and our programs.
This year, we're proud to honor the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States and to commemorate America 250, a year-long celebration honoring our nation's founding and the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. We are marking this special occasion with the launch of our very own Iowa America 250 celebration. This is a moment for all Iowans to come together to celebrate our history, our values, and the spirit that built our great nation. One of the highlights of our celebration is Ready, Set, Vote 250. The Iowa Secretary of State is launching a statewide initiative to encourage voter registration, as participating in our democracy is one of the most meaningful ways to honor the principles on which our country was founded. We're asking every Iowan to get involved, whether that be through hosting a voter registration drive or simply registering to vote. You can also register to vote right next to the Iowa Constitution in our office. The Iowa Secretary of State's office is honored to display the Iowa Constitution, a powerful symbol of our rights and our freedoms. To mark the historic milestone of America 250, we are also unveiling a rotating state historical display, giving Iowans the chance to see artifacts from our history firsthand. Each display offers a unique opportunity to honor the people, moments, and milestones that have helped shape our great state. We invite all Iowans to join us in celebrating our state and America 250 this year. Whether you attend an event or celebration, explore Iowa history, or honor our nation's values by registering to vote, you can play a part in making this anniversary one we will remember for generations to come.
Two and a half centuries ago, our founding fathers set our nation on a bold path, one rooted in freedom, civic responsibility, and the promise of a government by the people and for the people. As we prepare to celebrate America 250, we honor that legacy not just by remembering our history, but by living it through active participation, civic pride, and a renewed commitment to shaping the next 250 years. I want to thank you all for joining us today. I want to thank you to Lieutenant Governor Knoyer and Secretary Naig for your leadership and as we go forward in this great celebration. This year we commemorate this significant milestone. Whether you attend an event next year, take the time to learn more about our history, or host your own voter drive that we can shape and come for us in the next year. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to conclude today's ceremony. I want to invite you again to join us for refreshments that were provided by Hy-Vee in the back here, the rotunda, and have a chance to observe and pay tribute to the work we're doing here. I want to thank the Civil Air Patrol again, their color guard, and ask them to come forward to retire the colors.